If you struggle with shyness or social anxiety, check out our free No BS training course with actual useful advice you can do from home. None of that just get out there nonsense. The link is in the description below. For now, let's get to today's question.
The question, how can an introvert tell her crush she likes him? Answer by Ivy Garcia. I am an introvert as well, and a while ago confessed my feelings to my crush as well. Lately I've been challenging myself to do things I'm afraid/nervous about, and that's what you have to do as well. It was a Tuesday when I decided I was ready to let my crush know I like him. But I decided to wait until Friday, thinking he might use the weekend to process what I'd say to him. Come Friday we sat at lunch together and we were flowing well, so I got too nervous to tell him, and eventually lunch ended. But I told myself I would tell him that day, so that's what I was going to do. We walked together to our next class, and as we talked I knew what I had to do. I wrote him a letter saying I had a huge crush on him and that we should talk about it. The letter ended up being about half a page. At the end of class I handed him the letter and said, "Read this later," and stormed out of the classroom. In the letter I also told him what my last class was, in case he wanted to talk about it that day rather than Monday, but he wasn't there. I also said he could message me during the weekend, but he didn't. Come Monday we talked during class like nothing happened, yet my heart was racing the whole time. Lunch came around though and we sat together again. When we sat down he said, "So, I read your letter." I asked what he thought. He was really courteous about the whole thing. Said he honestly didn't know what to think at first because he didn't think anyone felt that way about him. Said he panicked a bit. He said he wanted to see where things went since we'd only been talking for about 2 weeks up until that point. And we talked a bit more about it all. It's been about a month since my confession, and honestly things are looking good. We're somewhat close now. Long answer short, you gotta just do it. Do the thing that scares you. Just be honest with your feelings. I can't guarantee anything will happen, but regardless, he'll at least appreciate your honesty. I hope this answer helped. Good luck. Edit, I wrote this story in a bit more detail for another answer. I'll link it below. Ivy Garcia's answer to how well does telling your crush that you have a crush on them work out? Answer by Alexander Ribeiro Miquelino. Introversion is something that cannot be changed, but it can be tamed. And the way to tame it is to challenge yourself to do things you fear, namely, for you one of those is telling your crush you like him. There are a few tips you can follow for increased chance of success. Good luck, and congratulations for wanting to work up your courage to come up to a man and tell him you like him. We need more women like you in the world. Answer by Amja Pallet. I never did. I had a huge crush on him, for around 4 or 5 years. Eventually he finished college, landed a job, found a girl and got married. And I was still in school. Yes. The extremities of it, I understand. Looking back, I think telling him wouldn't have much of a difference. He would have laughed it off. He thought of me more like a sister. Yet, I feel in some parallel universe, maybe telling him would have changed entirely the courses our life took. Maybe, just maybe, we would have ended up together and pursued some dream. I do not have a regret, it is just that sometimes, this thought gives wings to my imagination. So answering the question directly, the introvert could walk up to the crush and say, "Hey, I like you." That's about it. Or the introvert could text the same. That would be so much better than writing an answer about it. Well, what if? P.S. His son is in school already. Time flies.